How can we use AI to enhance everything that we do as entrepreneurs? Welcome to Thrive and Serve. I'm Colin Scotland, and this is the podcast where we explore how thriving as our most authentic selves powerfully amplifies our impact. And if we take that word amplifies our impact, that really is the essence of what we're talking about today. In the question, how can AI help me to amplify that impact? Take a deep breath with me. And let's begin. As entrepreneurs, we are always seeking the next best thing. We have this innate shiny object syndrome that causes us to chase around like a cat after a ball of wool. And it's kind of not your fault, right? It's the way that we're wired. We're wired for novelty, newness, different experiences. And so that always keeps us thinking that the grass is greener over there. There is a better opportunity here. This vision, this will change everything. And always we're seeking, always we're striving. And that's a great thing. That is your superpower. But your superpower also comes with a curse, a double-edged sword, a kryptonite, an Achilles heel, however you want to describe it. That comes with the distraction, lack of focus that shiny object syndrome brings with it. That your ability to see so many things, so many opportunities also carries with it the weight of, well, okay, where are you actually making focus difference? Where are you putting your energy and intention consistently over time? And that was what we talked about in the previous episode, was that consistency of focus. So clarity of what it is that you're chasing after, and then consistency and focused intention and attention to that so that you make progress. And when we bring AI into this mix, it is truly astounding. I kid you not that I am quite literally rooting around on the floor multiple times per day, looking for the top of my head because it's been blown off. I am mind blown constantly at just what is possible when we bring AI into the mix, both from a development of self perspective and also a development of others through our work, through our business. That's what we're going to explore today. So AI can firstly help us get that very narrow focus on what it is that's important to us and what it is that we're going to give our considered time and attention to, so that we're not scatty all over the place, jumping around, chasing the next shiny object. How can it do that? Well, think of AI as your strategic thinking partner. AI has been programmed with all of the knowledge of all of humanity and has a great understanding of more fields and areas than any human ever could. Why is that important? Well, it allows you to tap into untapped potential. It allows you to make connections where you wouldn't normally be able to make a connection. So you speak to me, I'm a marketing guy, I've done my 10,000 hours in marketing, and I've lived a full, rich life so far. But it's very narrow in its focus and its interpretation. There are so many more areas and avenues of life that I've not experienced and have no experience or understanding of, which means that when we have this conversation with an AI, it has the benefit of that encyclopedic knowledge of everything. So it can think about that, it can draw parallels across multiple disciplines. Sherlock Holmes, when he has a particularly perplexing case, he will grab his bottle of whiskey and he describes it as a 3-finger problem. So he'll pour himself 3 fingers of whiskey, and that's how he sits and contemplates that issue to think outside of the problem. He will play his violin to try and get sideways on the problem and think outside of what's going on inside of the mind. Einstein called this combinatory play. So in exploring other avenues, other experiences outside of what it is that you're doing, you can make breakthroughs and have those eureka moments in what it is that you're doing. So if your field is coaching and you are a coach in a specific field, looking at archaeology, philosophy, chemistry, all of these different avenues and fields and areas of thought and study can enrich what you bring as a coach. Can you see how these what would feel disparate fields and streams of thought can and are interconnected? AI allows you to tap into that by asking the AI as a thinking partner. Firstly, think of it as your thinking partner. How might I reframe what I understand to be true from this perspective about this subject? How might that be applied in a diverse range of fields? Make connections between this and other avenues of thought. You don't even need to know what those things are, because look, we don't know that we don't know. We don't know. We just live inside of this little brain of ours in our biological spacesuit, living the life that we're living, not knowing these things that we don't know. And so here is the untapped potential of AI. We can now truly extend, elevate, mind blow ourselves in all things. In all things. We're talking about the game of business here, but in all things. And this is why I am literally fishing around for the top of my head, because I've explored this in lots of different ways, from my ability to be a better human, a better husband, father, friend, coach, business owner, mentor, all of these avenues. Like, I really find it hard to do X. How might I think differently about this process? What philosophical avenues might help me to understand this a little deeper, and why I may be triggered in this area? So can you see how we've gone completely to the opposite end from thinking about, hey, AI, help me to write this email. Hey, AI, help me to create this blog post. And now we are viewing the AI as our strategic thinking partner. We're seeing the AI as an entity that we can bounce ideas on, off, with, and from. So that the goal in all of this is not to get AI to do anything necessarily. It's to spark thinking in you. It's to help you think differently. Because when you think differently, that's when your energy changes. That's when the way that you view problems and issues shifts. So we've explored how AI can be our strategic thinking partner and help us to think differently, to stretch that thinking, and to just expand the realms of possibility from that very narrow field of view that we all have. What about those that we interact with and our understanding of that? Well, AI can also be a powerful tool in that. One of the things that I do is I record my client conversations. Those conversations are then transcribed by AI, and I use the AI to summarize the call, to share takeaways and action points. Hey, you said you would do this. I said I would do that. And to track what's happening inside of that client relationship, which is beautiful, but superficial, right? It helps that client process massively. But there's layers to this. So let's think about a difficult issue that you discuss with a client, and you take the transcript from that difficult issue and you paste that difficult issue into AI, Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT, whichever generative AI you're playing with here. It really doesn't matter. And then we ask the AI to go a level further, a level deeper with this. Hey, what are potentially some of the emotional drivers, or the kind of semantics, they call it, right? The emotional things that are behind the language that that person has used. What might be some of those triggers? How might I think about their perspective differently as a result of the language that you're using? What is it indicative of? Because most things that we share, whenever we share something from a place of emotion or like fear, or like that rapid thinking of, oh no, fear-driven brain chatter, it's always a projection of something that's going on inside of us. And so we can use the AI to really unpick that projection. So what are these words and this language? What is it pointing to? What is the thing inside of the thing that we're not seeing, or maybe we're not picking up on? And this can help you to uncover blind spots, especially if you're a coach, right? Like me, really deeply unpacking and understanding that person in front of you is critical in your ability to help them transform. You are the facilitator of their transformation. And so using AI in this way helps you to be better at that. And in you being better at that, you deliver a better experience. You deliver better outcomes for your clients. And that's just an example as a coach. You can apply this to all manner of customer client experiences. You can use the AI as a tool to understand, to interpret, and to leverage those things in making improvements in how you deliver service. So it could be questionnaire data that you do a semantic analysis on. It could be reviews of your products or services. It could be any manner of things. The goal really is in just deepening and strengthening your understanding and your ability to interpret the world around you, the interactions you're having with others, in a deeper way, so that you come out of this more improved, more productive, more able to amplify your impact. Remember at the beginning we talked about amplifying our impact. Well, this is how you do it. This is exactly how you do it. You seek to become better at what it is that you do, and you seek to help others become better at what it is they do. It's the very essence of why I created the Thrive and Serve community in the first place, so that we thrive in the service of others. And the more we thrive, the more we're able to amplify that service of others and increase our impact in the world. AI really is the rocket fuel that can help you on that journey. It's not the be all and end all. It's a vehicle, a tool, an accelerant. In the presentations and talks I give, I liken it to a young boy stood on the earth, staring up at the moon and the stars at night, wishing and longing to become a spaceman and a traveler in space. Well, AI is the rocket ship that can take that young boy up into space and into the stars, to the moon and beyond. That is how you should be thinking and looking at AI for you as a human being and for you as an entrepreneur in your business. How can this accelerate what it is that I'm doing? Not replace, that's important. Not replace what you're doing, accelerate. Help you to go further, faster, deeper. Help those that you serve to go further, faster, deeper. Now, the way that you're looking into and at AI is completely different. Completely different. Because now we're viewing it as this critical friend, this thinking partner, and this secret weapon to help us be better and do better in the world. This is when our AI truly becomes a fuel for good in the world, a mechanism for change, because it's amplifying and accelerating you, your spirit, your soul, your calling, your mission on this earth. So looking at ways that AI can enhance and accelerate that really is the key to you making a bigger difference in the world with what it is that you do. Looking both internally at you, your development, your well-being, your growth, and your evolution, and then how that interacts with the world around you, how you firstly interpret those interactions, and then how you add value to those interactions through your work, how you change people's lives through your work. This is the primary focus. AI is the rocket ship that will help you accelerate and make a bigger difference and amplify your impact in the world. Thank you so much for joining me today on Thrive and Serve. I'm Colin Scotland, and if you've enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, and share it with somebody who needs to hear it. Remember, when you thrive as your most authentic self, it's that powerfully amplifies your impact. So go, let your unique light shine in the world in the way that only you can.